in our business, are there cycles?
Sure. Yes.
When is there a big wave, a whole just out of our control, whether you're there or not, whether you know the theory or not, what's going to happen in January?
Yeah.
Everyone in the world is going to be doing a self-assessment. They're going to look at their life and they're going to say, this isn't it, this is it. Next year I want this to be my goal, and they're setting their goals and they're ready to take what?
Action.
Right? There's another time of the year that something happens. People they kind of go through this process, and it's a cyclical thing. It happens after summer when kids go back to school. All of a sudden they go, okay, kids are back to school. I got a couple extra hours a day. This isn't it. This is it. They get in motion. So there's a tension that happens, right? When this isn't it, when you realize this isn't it, then you start thinking, what is it? What do I want? And then it leads for taking action. So there's 3 days of the year that are cyclical, that cause people to say this isn't it. And it's typically, we look at our business, a lot of people check out because they have their own personal things. They got their family, they got their parties, they got their stuff. And the holiday season, for some people, becomes a distraction, right? And all of a sudden, the goal for their business becomes not focused, and they start focusing on other things, and they start putting their energy into other things. And when you do that, what happens to the business? It goes down because you're not tending the garden, right? But other people say that this is actually a great time because they know they're thinking ahead for the season. So if you want to harvest in the fall, when do you have to plant? In the spring. So if you want to have a really good January, what should you be doing the few months before January? Planting the seeds, tilling the soil, watering it, fertilizing it, setting the sunshine, right? So you can get aligned with these universal cycles, but you have to be a farmer, not a crammer. Okay, your daughter's taking a test today. There's my style of learning, I was a crammer. Who knows what a crammer is? Okay, what does a crammer do? Puts it off to the last minute, like a couple nights before. They coffee it out, they power it out, they print it into their brain, and they get me. I was pretty good at remembering stuff, so I could remember it, but did I really learn it? Did I really retain it? Not often. What's a farmer? Patient. Discipline. Planting in the spring. Tilling in the, right? Doing all the things. And then doing it daily, weekly, until when you come to that night before, you can actually go to bed and get a good night's rest because you've done the work up front and you weren't cramming or scrambling or stressed out, and you can show up and actually be present for the test. You can probably be more grounded and centered, which is going to help your performance, yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And how's the retention going to be for somebody who's a farmer? Much better. They did the work. They did the discipline. It's not just in the short-term memory. It's now become programmed over a long period of time. So what I'm saying is that right now what we should really be doing is taking advantage of this incentive to plant a lot of seeds, to get in motion, to get the word out, so that come January, when everyone in the world is doing that self-evaluation, this isn't it, what is it, and they think of you. And when they get into action mode, they get into action with you, and they partner with you. Okay? And then we ride that wave. So the wave looks like this in our business.
Make sure you tell what the 3 days are.
Oh, I never did. Well, you guys guess. When is their pants? What are the 3 tightest days of the year when they feel, oh man, why did I do that the night before? We just had one of them a week ago. Sugar blast, right? Everyone's sugar blasted. They feel like crap the next day, and they go, I need to get healthy. So the day after Halloween is the first one. The day after Thanksgiving, the day after Christmas, right? And then the cycle starts. January 1st, boom. Set the goal for the year, New Year's resolution.
If you have Jewish friends, you got bonus days in there.
Got bonuses, yeah. They have a marathon that they... Okay, what's the next thing here? Oh, I was going to write down